Hey fellow starters, Dan Lepiscopo here, and welcome to your very first episode of the Start With Oneself Automotive series. In this series, I'm going to teach you about the components of an automobile, how it operates, how to fix it when needed, and how to maintain it as well. But with this very first episode, we're going to start off with the fundamental basics. So, what is an automobile really? Well, an automobile is a vehicle that typically has an internal combustion engine, an electric motor, has four wheels, and can transfer a small amount of people and cargo from one point to another. So, automobile is derived from the Greek word autos. That means self. And the French word mobile, which means moving. And together we have self-moving. So now that we understand what an automobile really is, why was it even created in the first place? Well, if we scroll down here, we can see a bug-in carriage on the left-hand side. And really, that was kind of it. Back in the day, most people got around with a carriage. And honestly, cars came around to make people's lives way more easier so that they could travel longer and further than a horse or human ever could. So right here we have the very first combustion engine, or car I should say, and a combustion engine is what propels a car into motion, and that's what you can kind of see back here. And this has been invented and reinvented by many engineers and scientists over thousands of years. And this is going back as far as the Roman Empire to understand how a crank works, to modern day with truly self-driving cars. It's amazing for how fast this has really evolved. But one thing to consider is who helped make this idea possible. And like I said, there have been many people over a large amount of time that have done very simple things and very complex things to make the automobile and automobile industry more efficient and more effective. But these are just a few that you'll probably know or have some idea of. So right here we got Thomas Edison, and he was an amazing inventor and actually created the nickel iron battery for automobiles. Over to the right we have Henry Ford, and if you're an American, you've probably heard his name many times. He improved the assembly line in America and created the Model T for mass use. And right here, I didn't even know about this gentleman, but this is Nicholas August Otto, and he invented an effective gas motor engine, and he also built the very first four-stroke engine and called it the Otto cycle engine, after his last name, of course. So, why is it even important to understand how a car works? Well, with modern day self-driving cars, electric cars, and even solar and hydrogen vehicles, it's hard to keep up with all this sophisticated technology. But I feel, as a driver myself, it's my responsibility and my duty to understand and in some way maybe even fix any situation that I come across with my vehicle. And I hope that's what I can do and help for you guys. Also, it's just a handy skill, and most people don't really have it. And so maybe next time you see someone struggling with their hood up trying to diagnose a problem, instead of driving away, maybe you can feel confident and maybe a little bit more obligated to help them in their situation. Lastly, what will this video series teach me? So although cars can be a little daunting at first to understand, I'll do my best to make these videos on the series as concise and straight to the point as possible. These videos are for anyone that wants to understand how a car works or an experienced technician looking for some refreshers. Other than that, welcome to Automotive on Start With Oneself. Let's get started.